This is Jason Jackson, Alabama Sporting Clays Trail, and I'm here with Tyler Smith from Alabama Sporting Clays Trail. And we want to talk to you guys today about trail stop number 2 at Shiloh Clays coming up this weekend. All right, we've got some great things in store for them. Tyler, would you like to tell everybody about the tournament coming up?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is stop number two on the trail, down at Shiloh at Calera, just south on 65 from Birmingham. It's a 1 day shoot. This Saturday only. We've got a main event of 100 targets on 12 stations, $100 entry fee with $15 back to class. We've got a 6 station true pair 50 bird for $50, $15 back to class on that. The blue course, the main event, is the only thing that counts on the trail shoot, Jason. So, the red course, that's just the extra added little bonus of targets. We do have a snooker tournament that they're doing for $25 with 50% payback. It's going to be a 70-30 split on first and second place winners. Got a 5 stand warm up, 10 targets for $5. Got lunch that'll be on site, barbecue sandwich, drinks, chips, banana pudding for $10. So targets are going to be set by Mason Miller. So it'll be exciting to see what he can do again this year.
And it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I know Butch always does a great job with cooking the barbecue, and that banana
Yeah, he
pudding they
does.
have is crazy good. So yeah, man, that's exciting. I look forward to seeing what Mason has in store for everybody as well. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Shiloh Clays this Saturday only. Okay, cool.
And the
All right.
weather's going
Well,
to be good too this weekend. It's going to be 77,
oh,
not a
it's going
cloud
to
in
be
the sky. It
perfect.
looks like it's going to be awesome. So
Yeah, yeah, that's exciting too. This time of year it's really iffy, so the weather is the forecast is looking great for this. So we've got
absolutely,
another one coming up. Our trail stop number 3. March is loaded with stuff. So
it
trail stop
is.
number 3 is going to be down at Auburn Oaks. That's going to be exciting. What's happening
It
down there? I know
is.
you know that a little bit more than I do.
So Auburn Oaks is going to be stop number three. It's also the location for the 2026 Alabama State. A lot of people
Yeah.
may or may not have been to that club before, so this is a good opportunity to shoot some registered targets, kind of get familiar with the place coming into the state shoot in July. Um, Targets will be set by Luke Davis. They are actually adding 50 targets. Well, they're adding an 8 station course on the Dove Field, and that's going to be a permanent deal. Machines,
Yeah.
traps from Atlas are coming in on Monday and Tuesday next week. So the boys at Howell Traps, they'll be setting that course and getting everything locked and loaded. And they're actually adding 3 more stations to their main event course that week as well. So instead of a 12 station next week, it'll be 15 stations. They'll be permanent at Auburn Oaks. So they've got a lot of really good things going on down there.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. And Luke Davis not only set some good targets, he's a heck of a shooter too. Like he had an incredible showing down at the Seminole Cup, I noticed.
He did. What he's been doing with Auburn Oaks the last couple months. He's really kind of turned the corner with that place. He's setting targets fresh every month. And it's being received very well. He's doing a great job. I've shot a couple of them that he set, and he does a great job setting. It's a really
Yeah.
fun course. Nothing's crazy.
Beautiful facility too.
It's
The whole
a
place is
beautiful
beautiful.
facility. Yeah, and it's got the legendary coach Pat Dye's old farm, and
Yeah.
it's a really cool place to go shoot and just be at. There's a lot of places we get to go shoot that are very very pretty, and this is one of them. And we're
Yeah.
looking forward to being down there next week.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, I'm not looking forward to it because unfortunately I won't be able to make it this weekend or next weekend. I've got events at my range here, my property booked uh, this weekend and next weekend. Both have been on the books for a long time, but even before the trail shoots were set up. So I back 7, 8 months ago, and I won't be able to make it to either one of these, and I'm kind of bummed about it, especially Auburn Oaks because I need to get down there and get some practice for the state shoot. And
Right, right.
but it's awesome that we're going to be able to have a big shoot there prior to the state. Yeah, even though the
It
targets won't
is.
be the same, there's something about going to a big shoot at a place that just makes you more comfortable when you go back the next time.
There is, sure. And I mean, just getting familiar with the place and how far trees are, how far some objects are, the lay of the land, the way how, just to understand the piece of property a little bit better. That's always that's what a lot of these bigger shooters they're able to do so well. They've been going to the places for so long where they have
Yeah.
regionals or nationals, and it's not a they're not frightened by anything that they throw there because they understand, hey, that oak tree out there is 60 yards. It's been 60 yards there for the last 20 years. So, understanding a property is half the battle in shooting. So,
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, so, you know, one of the other things too about March, we've got this is the only month where we have three trail shoots, and I should be looking forward to that is get to shoot a bunch, but I'm gonna miss these first two, and then the third one is here at my place. So like
right,
it stinks. I'm not gonna be able to shoot any in March in any of the trail shoots, but I'll at least be
right.
able to be at one of them because I'll be working at one of them though. So that makes that's even worse. Boo! Work gets in the way
It,
of fun too much.
that's a fact. That's a fact. It's hard to run a place and shoot. So I used to be in your position, running a place, not owning a place, but yeah, you don't shoot as much when you run one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, everybody thinks you do, but it doesn't work out that way lots of times.
No, it doesn't.
So, so let's shift gears just a little bit. Um, I've got a topic that we need to discuss with all the shooters. We need to make everybody aware of, and it's something that came up at our first trail shoot, and it's something that everybody needs to make sure that it's in the back of their mind at every shoot they go to, not just the Alabama Trail, but at monthly shoots or anywhere. It's super important that the shooter checks what class they're in when they get to the registration table. Not the night before, not looking at what it says on Score Chaser, but when they get there to the desk, make sure that the club knows that what class you're in. Make sure you know what class you're supposed to be in.
Right.
And let the people at registration know that's actually on the shooter. That's the shooter's responsibility, correct?
100%. Yes. So that is an NSCA rule. The NSCA's database is not always up to date, neither is Score Chasers. And, something that we're going to have to watch the next 3 weeks, in which we've always going to be watching for it, but these next 3 weeks are very crucial is because you can shoot very well at shallow, punch out of your class, be in a new class at Auburn Oaks, but it not show that you're in a new class. So you've got to keep up with the punches that you receive at Shiloh and Auburn Oaks and throughout the year because NSCA and Score Chaser will not show all the time you are correct or you're in the correct class. That is up to the shooter to make sure that they're in the correct class at registration. It's not up to the club. It's not up to the Alabama Trail. It's not up to Jason. It's not up to me. It's up to the shooter. So for
Yeah.
all the shooters
Score
out there,
Chaser
make
will
sure you're
pull
in
the
the right
old data.
class.
Yeah, Score Chaser will pull the old data, whatever you're currently listed at, and if NSCA has a little bit of lag there on the previous shoot getting paid
Right.
for or signed up and updated in their system,
Right.
well, Score Chaser like you buy a shot one weekend in C class and punched up, but NSCA when you go the next weekend might not have that data, or maybe even a
Right.
couple weeks sometimes before they have that data figured out and updated. So you might still be showing up as C class and you're really supposed to be in B. Well, you might
Right.
at the next two shoots, you might punch into C and then punch right through B. You might go on up
Right.
the ladder from D, C, B in the next 3 weeks pretty easy if you
There's
win
a
your
very
class
good
each time.
possibility. There's a very good possibility somebody could shoot in C class at Shiloh, punch out, be in B class at Auburn Oaks, and then be in A class at your place within the next 3 weeks. That is a very
And it's
strong
possible
possibility.
that
So,
they might still be showing as a C class shooter. So, they gotta make sure
right,
that they let it know at registration what class they're in.
right. The
And
NSCA typically updates on Saturdays or Sundays, from what I've seen in the past. Don't hold me to that. But so, for instance, the shoot that happens at Shiloh probably won't update and you won't see it in your member history until you're at Auburn Oaks. So it can get a little squirrely at moments and there's a lot of not understanding. If you don't understand it, say something. That's what
yeah,
I suggest.
but
So,
just make sure, just keep
right,
up with your punches. Don't just depend on what it says in Score Chaser, you punches you earn. Keep up with the punches and the data that the NSCA has you at, and it's okay for you to punch up and
right,
declare up early. There's nothing wrong with it. The only class you can't declare into is master class, but it's not going to be a problem if you bumped up one chute too soon or whatever and thought you had
Absolutely.
that, it's not a big deal. You just, when you go up, you got to stay up. That's the deal with that.
Right.
And once they get the data in there and you earn the punches, it'll work out. But it's on the shooter to keep up with that. So that's something real important that we need to make sure everybody knows and everybody's doing, that when you get there, say, hey, look, you got me as C class, or I punched up last week. You got me as B class, you got me as A class, you got me as whatever,
Right.
and just ask at the registration desk. And they've got it on a sheet right there in front of them, or on a computer right in front of them. They can look at a
Mhm.
glance. I mean, they're already looking at your name somewhere and marking you off the list as registered. So they're going to see your class. So just
Right.
double check, make sure you're both on the same page about that.
Absolutely.
All right. All
Um,
right. So I've got one other thing I'm going to spring on you, Tyler. We hadn't really planned this ahead of time, but we've got some sponsors we need to talk about. Um,
really? Okay.
yeah, I'm going to introduce two brand new sponsors to everybody today that are really glad to have them on board sponsoring us this year on the Alabama Trail. So coming back from last year, we had them sponsor us last year, and I was super glad to have them on board. First South Farm Credit. They are a great company to do business with. I have personally done business with them, and I know lots of other people have too. They're a great banking institution, and they're sponsoring the Alabama Trail again this year. And then we
Fantastic.
have another one. Got another one coming on board that I'm excited about too. It's a statewide business, Alpha Insurance. Alpha
Oh,
Insurance is
nice.
glad to sponsor us this year too.
Yeah, that's
So
fantastic.
Alpha
Alpha
was a
was a
big
big part of
sponsor.
us.
Yeah,
100%. Alpha was huge for us last year at the state championship. We really appreciate everything that they did and their involvement in the sporting clay industry in the state of Alabama. Um, wow. So that's cool. So they sponsor the trail shoot for this year. They did. They had tremendous support last year at the state championship. I'd love to have them back again. And they actually do their own shoot down at Selwood every year for their organization. So they're
yeah.
very
I know a
involved.
little bit
We're
about that
really
one.
glad we got them on board with the Alabama Trail. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I've participated in the one down at Selwood for several years now. It's a
Sure.
great shoot, great tournament.
Yeah, it's a big
It's
event
for
too.
the Agriculture Scholarship Foundation that they do, and it's a
Fantastic.
fabulous event.
Yeah,
All right, so we got another sponsor we've already mentioned a little bit, but we need to say a big thank you to Atlas Traps. Scott Manspeaker and the guys up there in Kansas have been great sponsors for us last year, and they're back on board again this year. We've already kind of let that cat out of the bag a little bit, but we need to make sure
absolutely. Yeah.
we mention them as well. We've got some other sponsors that may be coming on board. They've kind of verbally committed, and we're hoping to get them locked in and get some more good sponsorships for everybody this year. And look, if anybody out there, any of your business, if you own a business and you'd like to help sponsor the trail, we're still taking some sponsors. We'd love to have a few more. We've got $10 out of every entry fee is going back to class. So we're expecting there to be a pretty big payout at the end of the year for all the shooters. All that money, 100% of that money that we're taking in is going right back to the shooters. All of
100%.
that. And we're going to, try our best to make this a huge event right at the end for the finale of the trail. The trail championship is going to be, great this year. We're really looking forward to that. So, Tyler, you got any other big news or anything we need to share with the shooters this week?
This week, no. I mean, we're just going to be the next 3 weeks are going to be very busy. It's going to be very exciting.
Wide open.
It's going to be very. It's going to be gas pedal down for sure. So we
Yeah.
look forward to seeing everybody there, and come on out to all three of the locations. We'll look forward to seeing you.
Man, yeah, we're super excited. We want to see you on the course. If you guys haven't got out and shot any of these Alabama trails, man, get out there, find somebody to take shooting with you, get them out on the range somewhere, enjoy this beautiful spring that we're having right now. Look, I am super excited about this season. Hope you all are too. Thanks for listening.